has, isn't it?
And government has been caught up in this situation where instead of getting on with the job, they're actually sort of fighting to prove that they won the elections. But I think that 1 year down the line, it's a good thing that the country continues to be peaceful, as much as we saw some chaos and some disruptions in the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
The good thing is that both sides have agreed to come to the table and talk, of which I think it's unfair to actually be talking about the elections 1 year down the line. Actually, given the conditions and the circumstances, especially the economic sort of upheaval we are facing as Kenyans, and the social upheaval as well, we should be working. We should be places of work, doing things and trying to grow the economy, trying to earn a living and so on and so forth. But to find ourselves having a conversation about something that ideally should be in the back burner, it should be part of history. Because number one, we know how the elections are conducted. We know there is an elaborate framework of how to conduct elections. And then number two, if you have a problem or you're dissatisfied with that particular process, you have an opportunity to challenge that process. And then number three, obviously, once the IEBC and the Supreme Court have spoken, or any other court, remember you can challenge any of the positions that were being contested for. But once the IEBC and then the courts reinforce what the IEBC has said, or negate what the IEBC has said, then the other option is simply to accept and move on and get back onto our lives. So the problem is the IEBC spoke, especially when it comes to the presidential election. And then the Supreme Court settled matters. And the Supreme Court, as an arbiter or as a third party outside the political process, should be the final say on these matters. So the opposition, or the presidential candidate for the opposition, prosecuted his case at the Supreme Court. We all followed it. And we remember well that even the Supreme Court itself conducted an audit, which is an independent audit of the results, and actually confirmed what IEBC had said. And actually the Supreme Court president went as far as saying that whatever you presented here was lies, hot air, and so on and so forth.